Hi everyone, we have a question here from Verma Physics, Concepts of Physics, and the question is from third chapter, Rest in Motion, and that is objective 1, question number 3. Question is, a particle has a velocity u towards east at t is equal to 0. So the particle has a velocity u towards east. So this is the east side towards east at t is equal to 0. Its acceleration is towards west and is constant. So acceleration is just in opposite direction towards west, and it is constant, so acceleration is fixed, and we can take it as a. Now let x sub a and x sub b, it is already written here, let x sub a and x sub b the magnitude of displacement. So these are the magnitude of displacements in the first 10 seconds and the next 10 seconds. Okay, so xb is the displacement in the next 10 seconds and xa is the displacement in the first 10 seconds. And in the options, actually we have to compare these two displacements, and we have to compare which one is greater or maybe equal, or like any other relationship, or we don't have enough information to give the correct answer. So okay, let's start. Students, since we have to compare the displacements, so first we have to use a formula for displacement, and to use the formula for displacement we have to check what all informations are given. What all informations are given is, we have velocity given, and we have time given, okay, and we have acceleration given. So u, t and a is given. So we can simply check that. We can use the this formula, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, this is the formula we're going to use, and here s will be, in the first case it will be x sub a, and in the second case it will be x sub b. Initial velocity as u or maybe plus u for the first 10 seconds, and for the next 10 seconds, like for the next 10 seconds, another 10 seconds, the initial velocity will be actually the final velocity for the first 10 seconds. So students, it is something like a body is moving in this direction. Okay, from here it reaches some place, and this displacement is x sub a, and it elapses 10 seconds. So here the velocity is u, and it is approaching to another point. At this point we have to find the velocity. Okay, why? Because this velocity at another point, this point, the v, will be the initial velocity for next 10-second journey of the object. And why do we need this value? Because we have to use this formula for the next 10 seconds as well. And for this chunk of displacement, we need initial velocity to apply in this formula to actually get the value of x sub b. Okay, not to confuse, we simply get the velocity at after 10 seconds. So velocity after 10 seconds will be v is equal to u plus at. And so we will be u is given as u only, but a is negative because it is going in opposite direction. That's why we will be using minus a and t. T is here 10 seconds, so it will be simply u minus 10a. So v is u minus 10a. So velocity at this point is u minus 10a. Now let's find out x sub a, the first displacement. The first displacement can be found by using the formula ut plus half at square. All right, here u is just u, positive u, because that is the initial velocity, and t is the first 10 seconds, so 10. So then half a is minus a, and t is the square of like 10, like t is 10, so square of 10, and what we are getting is 10u minus 100, 10 into 10 is 100, 100 by 2 is 50, so a. So this is x sub a, 10u minus 50a. For xb, the initial velocity is u minus 10a, what we found that time, so we will be using u as u minus 10a into t, and that is 10 from the formula, because we are dealing with next 10 seconds, so time again is 10 seconds only, and minus at square. T square is actually square of 10, so it is 100. So what we write here is 10 into u is 10u minus 10 into 10a is 100a minus 100a. Okay, then we have minus 100a. All right, so this is 10u minus 200a. So x sub a is 10u minus 50a and x sub b is 10u minus 200a. So x sub a is of course a bigger value, because here you compare these two, you will find that 10u is same, so the same value 10u, but here we subtract only 50a and here we are subtracting minus 200a. So obviously xa is greater than x sub b. So C option is the correct option.